What's up, guys? I have a new news show for you, and it's kind of packed. Let's just jump into it, okay? First story we're gonna start off with some bad news because this is the story that came up to me most recent. Netflix, okay? Couple of chapters with this Netflix story. First of all, Netflix is increasing its price. Netflix is increasing its price to $20 a month. Netflix, you can officially suck my fucking dick, okay? Done. Sorry. This was gonna be a child-friendly show. It's not anymore. Suck my fucking dick, all right? It went from $8.99. I'm still mentally thinking that I pay $8.99 for Netflix. Mentally. When the shit hits my bank account, it's at $15.99, $15.49 at that. Netflix went from $8.99, $15.49, and they happened to give me they sent me an email or a text message. Hey, we just want to let you know. Better yet, T-Mobile. I think it was T-Mobile. Hit my cell phone up. We just want you to know there's been a price increase with Netflix. I did not know this price until right now. $20 a month, you can suck. And I guess the next subject is also Netflix. I told you guys, maybe we should watch this movie together called Choose or Die. I would like to humbly apologize for suggesting you guys to watch this movie. Okay? I'll let you know. I mean, the movie's not so bad. I think it ages like milk in real life, IRL. It ages like milk in IRL. If you leave milk in a glass out for like half an hour, you go back to it, you could still drink it. Still drinkable, palatable. Leave it out for an hour, you playing around, but it's still drinkable. Hour and a half, don't drink the milk. So my suggestion, if you haven't seen Choose or Die yet, it starts off good. It does. It starts off really good, promise. It just carries on. So I suggest watch the movie, right? Turn on the movie, have a smoke, maybe a little drink. Half an hour in, maybe have another smoke, maybe another drink. Just make sure you're fully intoxicated by like minute 55 or something like that. Just be fully intoxicated and you'll have a great time, I promise. Next subject. I think we have a bunch of celebrities in this news story today. I'm gonna talk about Ezra Miller real fast. Ezra Miller goes by they, them, it, the, over there, anywhere, in the corner, somewhere. I don't know. I don't know what he goes by. He goes by them, they. They happen to be a freaking criminal. Ezra Miller is a criminal, right? And I don't understand why he's not going to jail. Let's just take me, a nobody YouTuber. I'm a nobody YouTuber versus Ezra Miller, they, white man. Oh, sorry, he's not a man. He's a they, a white they. This gotta stop, bro. We take this white they versus this black YouTuber nobody, right? If I take a chair and I smack a woman across her face, what will happen to me? Put it in the comments. If Josh were to take a chair and whoop a white woman's face with it, what will happen to me? But what will happen to they? This white they, and it's not about race, trust me. It's just his skin tone. He's a white they. What is it that makes him so protected? And now trust me, don't get me wrong, because look at Will Smith. This man did assault on live TV in front of the millions and millions.
The Rock came out to surprise the millions of the Rock's fans
Watching at home. He assaulted another man, and what's happening? Is it because we're in society? We're civilians. We're not these celebrities, these false idols, these guys who hold themselves up on a pedestal so much. And on top of that, They hold themselves up on a pedestal, but others hold them on a pedestal as well, where they can commit crimes, felonies that we civilians cannot do, and they get away with it, or they pay for it. Look at this guy, Tory Lanez. I truly have nothing against anybody. I don't care. But when I hear something so heinous, where it's like, yo, if I were to do this, could I get away with it? If you were to do this, could you? It's unfair. Point blank simple. Where is justice? I didn't want to go so serious, but Tory Lanez shot a woman in the foot. And he's still making music. He's still... Chris Brown, and I like to say this, is Chris Brown struck Rihanna out of a moving Lamborghini with her seatbelt still on. Okay? Not true. But we all know the story. Chris Brown beat the living crap out of Rihanna. You know, he went through his trials or tribulations as a celebrity. What the fuck is that? Ezra Miller is out there in Hawaii. This is probably like the 15th count. Assault, craziness that this man is doing, and he has not been handled with yet. What the fuck is going on? So I guess this was a really unfair story. I don't even know where it started, but it turned out Ezra Miller, garbage person. These celebrities who do heinous shit, they're garbage people, and they deserve to be in garbage land. Why aren't they there? I guess we'll never know. Next subject. Now let's take a little step back. Some polite, nice news that we want to hear about, shall we? I am a nerd. I'm a nerd. I dig it. If you got something against me, fine. I don't care. I'm a happy nerd. And I'm going to give you some nerd news. So this section is nerd news. You see my smile? That's real. Nerd news. So guess what? I got a ticket to Doctor Strange, and I bought that shit earlier, damn straight. Where this is the news is Doctor Strange, right? Even though I bought my ticket early, Doctor Strange is getting banned in Saudi Arabia. How does that make you feel? I personally don't give a fuck. Like, but at first, right, I thought, okay, Saudi Arabia, I think they banned things before where, like, I watch wrestling as well, and like they didn't want portrayals of the devil and shit like that. So like there's this wrestler who does this demon act. They didn't want anything like that. So at first I thought, you know, because Doctor Strange is going to be one of Marvel's darkest movies, somewhat like a horror. But apparently Saudi Arabia is just banning Doctor Strange because America Chavez happens to be a lesbian, and she's one of the main characters in the movie. Personally, I actually miss gay people. Like, it's 2022, man. Like, we've been rocked with so many they, thems, over there's, over here's, everywhere's, it's, zeds, zuz. You guys are pummeling my vocabulary. Like, what? I don't mean. I gotta be careful now. I don't want to get canceled. This is what I have to do. I miss gay people. What's wrong with gay? There's nothing wrong with gay people. There's nothing wrong with being gay. Ever since 2007, damn, I don't want to get canceled. Change isn't bad. 2007, 2008, we got a new president. Barack Obama, he came through, you know, kudos, I guess. But I just remember I was in high school and I'm like, dang, we can't say words anymore that, I'm sorry, but I grew up with this vocabulary. I'm not allowed to say words that I grew up with before. Like, the word that means bundle of sticks. And not like I would go and say those words maliciously to maybe someone who happens to be homosexual or anything. It's freaking locker room talk. I'm talking to another straight man. Hey, you're a bundle of sticks, you piece of shit. And he laughs and he calls me a bundle of sticks, you piece of shit. And then we go and we play basketball or some bullshit. Nowadays, we can't even say, oh, you might hurt someone's feelings. Oh, your words create harm to my life. And oh, the words that you say make me want to die. You like, I can say something and it's murder? What the is going on now? Dr. Strange is getting banned from Saudi Arabia because there's a lesbian, America Chavez, which is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous at this point. Grow the f up. There was a point in time when I was a child and I actually gave a crap about gay people and gay crap. I don't care. I love every human the same. Just don't make me confused, please. Like, it's already confusing enough, ain't it? The Doctor Strange is banned in Saudi Arabia. The main point is, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm a regular Marvel fan, and I happen to think like I would happily buy 2 tickets to see Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. I happily buy 2. I know there are, I don't want to say insane. There are mega Marvel fans who would happily buy 14 tickets to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So Saudi Arabia, China, if you want to ban it, go ahead, ban it. We're here. We ain't going nowhere. I will watch this movie for you. Okay, bet. Next subject. Oh, and side piece with Netflix again. They're also increasing their prices to $20 a month. They're also cracking down on password sharing. Like, that will fucking help. Oh, well, we're losing a lot of money, so we want to punish you by making sure that you don't share your passwords with other people. Do you want to still exist, Netflix? You will end up being Blockbuster. Right now, I'm sorry to go back in this. Right now, Netflix has this go broke crap going on where you see, okay, he's pregnant. I don't give a shit. I don't. Netflix is just bombarding us with, oh my gosh. Okay, please, I don't want to get canceled. We're getting bombarded with next topic. All right, yeah, we're gonna skip that, but we're gonna go back to nerd news. And the last bit of nerd news, Moon Knight. If you haven't seen Moon Knight yet, what are you doing with your life? Come on now. This shit is great. And oh my God, it has something to do with mental instability. Like, this junk, it's supernatural. It's not really too scary, but it's freaky. It's freaky. If you haven't seen Moon Knight yet, jump into it because you're gonna start missing a lot of key stuff. If you haven't seen Loki, get from under the rock. Please, now, get out. Get from under the rock. Go on Disney Plus. You see Netflix is $20 a month? Fuck Netflix. Get your Disney Plus account and go into that Marvel section. I promise you. I promise you. I might have steered you wrong last time with Choose or Die. Okay? I take that. I take it. I'm sorry. I apologize humbly. Get a Disney Plus account. Go through that Marvel section. Magnifique. Next subject. Caitlyn Jenner, probably the coolest of the Kardashians. If you can call Caitlyn Jenner a Kardashian, Jenner is a Jenner. God bless her. God bless that. God bless that woman. I didn't dead name anybody. I'm sorry. I didn't do it. You didn't catch me. This woman was on the Nelk Boys podcast, the Full Send podcast, sorry. And watching this podcast, it didn't like make me smile, but it just made me hopeful. It made me real hopeful. You see, I'm stumbling through this video because I'm trying not to get canceled. I'm gonna put this podcast in the description, okay? This podcast was enlightening. This podcast was really good. You know, it was a really good podcast. Coming from someone who I didn't know I wanted to hear. I'm sitting here, I'm watching this podcast, I'm listening to it, I'm like, I can listen to this for a little while. Caitlyn Jenner got something to say. Caitlyn Jenner ain't like Courtney. She ain't like Kim. She ain't like Kendall. She ain't like their mama. Caitlyn Jenner might have a soul. All right? That's why they're not the same. They're not the same. Caitlyn Jenner wants to be a trans model, you know, not like a centerfold model. She wants to be who you see when you like, okay, you think about a trans athlete or person, she wants to be the trans role model, see what happens. And why it's so interesting is because of this, okay? I watched Dave Chappelle's special recently. You know, well, not recently, of course. I watched the one that came out. And Dave Chappelle has something to say about one of his trans friends who, God bless their soul, is gone. He had to say this. He had a trans friend who was a comedian, right? And they did everything that they could to be a great comedian. And the community that trans comedian was in had her back at first, but that same community of this trans comedian ripped her apart at the end. And if you didn't watch Dave Chappelle's special, what he was saying was that, you know, loosely based, I don't want to be words of Dave Chappelle's mouth or what he said, but what you got from that was that this trans comedian took their lives because the community that this trans comedian was a part of turned their back on her and ate her alive. Where this connects to with Caitlyn Jenner is that Caitlyn Jenner had her past. But Caitlyn Jenner was a role model for the trans community at first, until the trans community turned their back on Caitlyn Jenner for reasons you can find out in the podcast. Okay, I'll put it in the description. It's all messy, so the best way to scope yourself through and comb yourself through all of the bullshit, take a look. I'll put it in the description. The Full Send podcast is right there for you. It's a good watch. I promise it's a good watch.
The Rock came out to surprise the millions of the Rock's fans.